Okay, so this is just going to be a quick professional development on Mac and Via, which is the hub for all our online library resources. So the easiest way to find Mac and Via is through Clever. It is under the library resources, and it's going to be the black one with the little rainbow fan.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Like the pinwheel.
Yes, and you can see it has in the library resources, we also have the AR Book Finder, the Discovery Education, which is also located in Macavia, the Newsomatic, which is also located in Macavia, and then the Renaissance, which we use for AR. So when you log on to Macavia, it takes you to our homepage, and on the left side, we can see all the resources. So there's groups, there's categories, there's ebooks, databases, audiobooks, and different links. Looking at the ebooks, if it has the red circle with the line, that means it's not available, but that's an easy fix. You just go to the options on the left and click available, and you'll see the black circle with the white open book. If that is there, that means it's open to check out, to or just open automatically and start reading. So there's a lot of different ways to sort because there are a lot of resources on there. If you want your students to be testing for AR, you can select the accelerated reader option and you can fix the levels that are on there. So if you have higher students, you can make the level higher. If you have students who aren't reading as well, you can lower the accelerated reader for them. And the students also have access to Mac and Via. So if a student is confused or they want books for their AR level, it would be the same thing. They could also shift the results for AR. There's also different languages because I know we do have a number of bilingual students. We don't have any students who speak Arabic or French or German or Hebrew or anything like that, but we do have a lot of Spanish speaking students. So they can go on there and select Spanish, and it has over 2,000 results for that. So there are a lot of bilingual books available as well. You can search it by subjects. If you want just fiction books, you can type in fiction, and that still yields a lot of different results. The one that I suggest using for the students would be the categories because the categories have the different pictures. So there's adventure, there's animals, art and music. There's a lot of different ones for the students to choose from. Another one that I really like is the series search because me personally, I have started reading a book and then realized it's in the middle of the series and not like the first book in the series. So when you do a series search, it'll give you the books in that complete series. So for us, if we want to look at the DC superhero girls, it shows all the ones in that series. Or if we want to look at the DC superhero joke books, which I thought was super cute, there they also have the different books in that series as well. So, when you do find a book that you like, what you can do is, like I said, you can open it now and it'll automatically open the resource that you chose. You can add it to your favorites and you can check it out. And then you can also cite the source. So, when you click cite, it actually gives you the citation that you can copy and paste. I know that we're at a primary level teaching third grade, but literacy ethics is still something we should be introducing the students to. So if we want them to write a paper or give us an example, we can always show them and encourage them to cite the source that they get it from, and this makes it easy. It gives you three different formats. It has MLA, APA, and I think a second APA. It's APA 7 and then a different APA. So, the ebooks I wanted to focus on are because we do have a lot of low level readers, students who are still learning to read or struggling to read. With the ebooks, they have a option to have it read to you. It also has the audio books, but I like the ebooks better, or I recommend the ebooks more because it highlights the words as you read. And we also have 6 different options for the voices. In my opinion, they all sound kind of funny, but you can always pick your favorite, whatever you want the students to listen to, or the students can pick whichever one they're more comfortable with, and it really helps with engaging them.
Is an action
So here's just
that
like a
will
little
make your
example of what
total
it would
less,
look like for the students.
whether ice cream scoops or
Or
hula
it's
hoops
not gonna
or
play.
inches from a dress.
Okay. Well, this is
Whatever
the
you
example. It
are
was going to
counting,
show
it
what
will
it would
take
look like.
away
It
a part
has, like I said, it reads it
is
to
an
them
action
and it
that
highlights
will
the words
make
as
your
it goes.
total
So the
less,
students are able to follow along.
whether
There are
ice
many
cream
different
scoops
books. There's like
or
this one's a
hula
math
hoops
one, there's
or
science
inches
ones,
from a
there's
dress.
fiction, nonfiction. It'll do it with almost any of the books.
Whatever you are counting,
So these are the databases we also have available. There's teaching books, there's Brain Hive, there's the encyclopedia, there's the Newsomatic, Pebble Go, National Geographic, Learn 360. There's a lot of different databases that the students can learn from and use. And then there's also one specifically for us teachers. For example, the Newsomatic, it has the student version and it has the teacher version that you can choose assignments from based on news articles. So this would be good for social studies curriculum. The encyclopedia would be good for science because you can always look up different science topics on there. And then the Pebble Go and Learn 360, I have more examples of. So looking at in the encyclopedia and the National Geographic, it has different components within those as well. So for the Britannica, that's the encyclopedia. You can also cite sources directly from there. It will translate it. You can pick the reading level on any of the different articles that comes up. It also has pictures and videos again for our students who are not as high on their reading level. It might be easier for them to watch the videos instead of reading the articles. The Britannica School does have different levels because we are in 3rd grade. I suggest using the Britannica Elementary. However, like I said, some of our students are on the lower end with their reading capabilities. So there is also the Britannica School Early Elementary, which again, it just has a lower reading level. For National Geographic, it's the same thing. It has different articles that you can choose from, videos, pictures, and it will translate the entire article into Spanish for our Spanish speaking students. And you can also pick the reading level there as well. So the other databases we have, like I said, is Pebble Go. Pebble Go is more focused on science, but since we do have math teachers, it also has a math component. It has just the regular math, it has measurements. Under the math section, because I know we are focusing on multiplication at this grade level, it has multiplication practice and it's a little mini lesson, but it also includes like activities that you can use or worksheets if you want the students to fill one out. There was one where it had a blank box for them to draw a picture of the multiplication problems. So I know that we're focusing with arrays. That would be a good paper assignment for them to do so they can practice drawing their arrays. I know there's one where they could also create their own word problem based on the multiplication equation that they're given. That may be a little advanced for our students, but I know that we also have a couple of students who are at that level. This activity that I have here is a game that would also help them and keep them engaged in their learning. Another database is the Learn 360, and this one also has different assignments on there. Again, I know we're focusing on multiplication at this level. So I screenshotted different activities for this one. This is multiplying by 7, which I heard the students practicing. And with this one, I really like it because it has different levels to it. So at level 1, they're just doing the repeated addition. And then once you get all the way to level 6, then that is when they start getting into the word problems where they can write the multiplication sentence and then answer uh, the questions there. So those are the different databases that we have, the different resources that we have in the library. Yes, Miss Bettis.
That math stuff's on Pebble, right?
There, yes. So there is math stuff on uh, Pebble Go. So with that one, it also has multiplication. I want to say it has shapes. Pebble Go seemed like it had more paper assignments than online assignments for like the teachers to print out. It gives it.
But they're like extension activities.
Yes. So this would be where you would spiral in if you need to spiral in or if you have lower students. Because I was noticing that with Pebble Go, it seems like it's at a lower difficulty level than Eureka is at. Even with like the lesson explanation, it seems like it's more student based and student friendly. And then with the Learn 360, this is also very student friendly because it has the different levels. When I was going through the multiplication one specifically, it had the repeated addition, then it had just instead of having the circles, it had different items with the price tag of $7. So then they start at level 2 writing out the number sentence 7 times the 4 price tags, and then they had to type in the answer. And it slowly progressed to get to level 6 where they had the different word problems. And I think they even have levels past level 6 where it does get into 2-step problems. So that I'm not sure if we're covering 2-step problems with multiplication. We are.
3, 3, 14.
Yes. So that would also help the students in that area as well. Just again, just building up, spiraling where it's needed. It's very student friendly where the students can progress at their own pace. And then, like I said, in the other ones, there's even because the book that I had selected, it was on subtraction. So there are different math related topics in our online catalog for our resources. I saw this one, it was super cute. It was called Circumference, and it was just a book about pi.
I read it.
It was I saw it, I was like, that is so cute because I love puns and I love just things like that. So it was cute. So there are options on there for all different kinds of subjects. They had the social studies aspect, the Nat Geo and the Britannica are obviously like science based, but there's a lot of different options for the resources, and Mac and Via is where you can go to find pretty much all of them. So, are there any other questions?
And Discovery, that's the one with the videos, right?
Yes, so the National Geographic Discovery, let me see if I can go back. It does have the videos, and the Britannica also has videos. With the Britannica, when you Google, because we did an assignment on animals, so they Googled the animals, and it actually had a slide of the different pictures for them. It also has the videos. It also has text to speech, because I know a lot of our students have that accommodation. So with both Nat Geo and the Britannica, they both have the text to speech options. And I thought it was super cool because even with the Spanish language, it still did the text to speech. And I think it also had French and German and all those different kinds of languages. Awesome. So if there's not any more questions, I'll go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much. So doing the professional development was definitely different than with the students. The teachers that I had in here were really good. They were nice. They were respectful. Um, they helped me meet the time requirement, which I think I should have definitely planned better. I wasn't sure how long going through each section of Mac and Via was going to take. I tried to make it as relevant as possible because I did have a mix of reading and math teachers, but I had more math teachers, and I feel like a common misconception is that the library resources are just for reading teachers. So I wanted to definitely focus on that they can be used in math, they can be used in social studies, and science also is kind of um, expected when it comes to library resources. So doing the professional development, that's why I had a lot of math examples in there. Um, Again, I just feel like I should have planned the timing better. I didn't know how long it was going to take. And I think because it was teachers and not students, I got more nervous. So I caught myself talking a lot faster than I would have normally after slowing down. And then thankfully, the teacher, Miss Betta's asking questions, helped me meet the time requirement. But that is still definitely just professional development in general is still definitely going to be an area of growth for me, in my opinion, and just getting comfortable with talking to the teachers and presenting in front of my peers.